Hello, Virgo. My name is Echo, and welcome to your 2025 February tarot reading. At this time, we have a Mars retrograde that's going to last until February 23rd. And Mars is the planet of action and aggression. He's a very warlike individual. So just keep in mind that this fiery planet, this figure, is going to be floating around. It is currently retrograding in Cancer, so be wary of anything that sets you off emotionally, even those closest to you. This is currently residing in Cancer, so this is going to hit you on a very personal level, maybe even in your home space. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and continue this reading. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but we're going to get through it together. Your first card is Gabo. I'm using the Runic Tarot here. The Gabo card is actually translates to gift. Something wonderful and fantastic is heading your way, indicated by that full moon symbol you have there. A full moon is when things come to fruition. It's the completion of a cycle. And it is said to be when things are at their most powerful. Things are at their epitome. So, Gable can also count to the fact that you may be getting a gift from someone very soon. It may even be a gift to yourself where you feel the need to stop and look after yourself, or otherwise you are an overgiver to other people. So just be worried that you're not overgiving at this time and you are putting into yourself. The swan on the card also indicates there's a certain grace that is required at this time, and there's a certain graceful transition from one situation to another. So even though it is going to be a rough month, you have your bootstraps, pulled up, and you are ready to face it head on. Virgo is a problem solver, which is wonderful. So there's nothing that's going to be thrown your way that you can't handle this month, and I love that for you. Next, you have the Sandpiper Spirit. Sandpiper, it says, be playful. Sandpiper is what you would find running along the beach, typically. They are, if you've ever been to a beach area, you may not live in a coastal area. The sandpiper is a playful creature who scurries about the beach, and it doesn't really make as much noise as, say, the seagulls would, okay? So this tells me that you're off doing your own thing. You're taking this month with a very playful nature, and it is important to keep that in mind, Virgo, because we as Virgos, I'm a Virgo myself, we do tend to kind of get ourselves into our own headspace and mull over problems almost to the point of stressing out. It can infect your health in various ways, losing sleep, making you run to alternatives to food that might bring you comfort rather than healthier options. So just remember to be playful while you're going through and doing all this stuff to take care of yourself, and don't get too serious in your space right now. Just whatever bothers you but isn't something you can do anything about, laugh it off, manifest better, because what you think is what you create. And take care of the things you can, right? Don't forget to do the things that bring you joy. That's what being playful is all about. What was I just talking about? You have, with the Butterfly Oracle, dietary change. At this time, you may have certain substances that you find are not really cueing with you. They might even make you nauseous. They might make you sick. Caffeine is a great lifter. I know that's usually my thing, and it really helps me get up and go during the day. It's like a supercomputer, my Virgo brain, and it's constantly going. So the caffeine is what helps to fuel the fire, but I have to be careful not to lean too heavily into it because there is always that crash. And like I said, you may be running to junk food for comfort at times if you need it. There's nothing wrong with the occasional cookie. Don't get me wrong. I am not going to sit here and preach to you that you can't have it. But if you do notice that something you're eating at this time is, or drinking, is not really making you feel good, in the end, it could make you feel sluggish. It could make you less productive. You might even see changes in your hair or skin. Be wary of your intake on those things, and key times when it's okay to have them, like on days when you're not going to be particularly productive, and days when you are going to need that little extra caffeine boost. Not really a big deal. I don't see that you're stressing too much about this. You know what it is you need to do, and that's one of those things you've decided to just go with the flow. Next, you have the Take Risk card. Take Risk is indicating that you are, and I'm seeing a lot of birds in this, but the Take Risk card indicates that you are willing to go out on a limb here, as you are the person trying to solve all the problems. And of course, this means it's during the time when everybody is coming at you and feeling a little aggressive. like I said, you may be feeling it very heavily in your home space, and you'll do anything to make sure that your home is safe and secure. Virgo is an earth energy, and you do like things to be grounded, and you do like to know that everything in the home space is safe. So at this time, you may feel like you just want things to go back to the status quo, but you realize you're going to take risks to make that happen. Okay, the month of February is going to offer you those chances, though, because it's almost like you might feel backed into a corner, okay? If it's judged by someone else, by an individual, take it with a grain of salt and keep moving. But if it's your own judgment, what you think you need to be doing, take that to heart. These are life lessons. This is your soul telling you, hey, this is probably what we could address to make this month a little easier. Take those things, take whatever risks you need to, and this is where your success is going to come from. Next, you have resilience. You are nothing if not resilient, Virgo. Like I said, you are an earth sign and you are very grounded and very on top of things. You're the kind of person who can juggle 5, 6, 7 things at once and not even bat an eye. But this can come from resilience that is not just your sign, but also something you've picked up along the way. Maybe something in your upbringing, something that came from your youth. In the month of February, you are going to have to lean into that resilience a little bit so you can strike a balance between being playful and minding your own health and taking risks. So at this time, don't expend more energy than you feel you can. If you feel you need downtime, take it, Virgo. And rather than pile everything on your plate the way we Virgos tend to do, take the downtime that you need, okay? If you need to just take a breather before you jump in, handle one little thing at a time, perfectly fine. Even if you only do one thing a day, you're still being productive, right? That's still a thing. So we're going to go ahead with my Animal Spirit Oracle deck. And here you have take time out. Now, what did we say? You are resilient and you do tend to put a lot on your plate. But if you do need to take a little bit of a down day here and there, just to get through this month because it's going to be a little bit hairy, that's okay. There is nothing wrong with being sure you take care of your own energy first because, as Grandma always said, you can't fill cups from an empty pitcher, all right? And by that I mean people come to you for advice, for grounding energy, for common peace, for healing. They come to Virgos for all kinds of things because we are the reliable source in a crazy world. But you can't really help them if you're kind of pulling your own hair out too. So be sure you're taking time out to rest and look after yourself whenever necessary. I don't really have to tell you that, Virgo. You're pretty wary and you know when your limits are hitting and you know when to tell people, hey, I need a minute for myself. So let's go ahead and continue our tarot reading. First, we have the Magician. Excuse me, you're dropping things. The Magician is the creator. He is the indicator of as above, so below. This is your founding energy. The Magician is a little bit of a reminder that all magic starts with you, okay? And I don't know if you can see it here, but at the bottom of my layout here, I have own your power. And I like this because this is a bit of a reminder when we're getting kicked in the teeth, it's real easy to feel like we've been knocked down. We're never going to get back up again. But it's not about how many times you get knocked down, Virgo. It's about how many times you can get back up. Because every time you're taken down, you come back stronger. You heal, you repair, you put on that armor, and you go. The Magician is the reminder that everything you have in front of you, all the tools at your disposal, are absolutely there for you whenever you need them, okay? So your will is what's going to be made from the higher powers, the wisdom you get, the clarity, the moments of aha that we kind of strike a balance when we're kind of go, go, go. Crossing you at this time, this could be the energy that is hurting you or helping you, it's impacting you in some way, is the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords is all about conquering a situation, getting the better of things. And if you'll notice in this card, there is a leaf kind of blowing around in the wind here, and it indicates that sometimes we can feel that way, like a leaf kind of blowing around in the wind. But there is also the charm of the hammer charm at the bottom here. This indicates that you are going to go forward and you're looking to conquer each situation with strength right now because they are coming at you. And the fact that no one thing has been indicated yet tells me this is just your overall approach to anyone that comes at you. Anyone, anything. you've already decided that you're not going to go down without a fight, Virgo. That's that's a beautiful energy to have at this trying time. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is your base card. And this tells me that when you're at your lowest, you're pulling inward, you're gathering that magic, you're very aware of how powerful you are. And you sometimes may even be working in secret because when you put things out there, it's great if you've got a lot of cheerleaders on your side, but it also kind of puts a little bit of doubt out there. And it may not be that your friends, your family, or the people around you are doubting you, but you are opening up that possibility, introducing that to the energy of your working. You may also have doubt on yourself because now you feel a little bit more pressure on delivering on what you've said it is you're going to do. So if you are working in secret at this time, good for you. That is totally awesome. I love that. Just be wary that in this card, if you notice, she's got these two braziers next to her. One is lit and one is not. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if you can see that. One is lit and one is not, which will indicate that there is a need to shine light on things for what you are doing, but not all of the time. Sometimes you are working in secret, okay? And there may be secrets being kept from you. So if you're just holding what it is you're doing to your little self, it's not that you don't care. It's not that you're not excited and you're not anxious to reveal it to everybody. It's just you don't want to put the extra pressure on yourself at this time. The Fool card is sitting off to the left of you. The Fool card in the Major Arcana, he is the beginning of the journey, beginning of the tarot, really. And he's actually an indication that you are setting out on new journeys and you are open to new possibilities. You may even be looking into starting new ventures that you were mulling over for some time, or finding a new way of doing something. For this energy to be present says that you're open to trying new things and doing things in a new way and just coming up for air, right? Because sometimes you just need that breath of fresh air. Crowning you at this time is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of choices. While there are several different goblets or drinking horns being offered at this time to the individual in the middle, they are very much, cradling another. They are thinking about what's best for them, what really speaks to their heart center, okay, before they consider those 7 cups. In all of these cups, you may find something good, you may find something bad. You're thinking about what it is you want to go forward with and what's really going to bring you that peace, what's going to bring you that joy. This careful consideration is a great way to approach anything. And Virgo, I know we spend all our time in our heads, like a lot. You can't shut it off. It blew my mind to find out not everybody has that inner monologue. But because you're so considerate of the choices you make, you're not just going to rush into anything, which the Fool may also be a warning of. But it's not really what I'm seeing for you here. You're just open to approaching things in a new way because you're ready for something new, right? You're ready to see things get better. The immediate outcome of this is going to be the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, you are the master of the ships at harbor in your own harbor, and you recognize that sometimes it's best for things to sail onto other horizons, or it's better for you to sail onto other horizons. It also tells me that you think before you take action because you're considering these cups and where you're going to send your ships and what it is you want to bring into port being your outcome. You're not holding anything back. Like, you're not just sitting around twiddling your thumbs in February. You're actually looking to create change. It may not be right away. You may be aware that it's going to take some time, but this is because you're the magician considering all of the tools on your table, right? What will give you the best outcome? How can you conquer things? So let's go ahead and continue. The energy, things you have in your power right now, you have the Queen of Wands. Oh, excuse me, Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a very wise queen. She turns knowledge into wisdom, and she has the sword to literally cut through the bullcrap, okay? In this card, on any tarot deck you see her, she will have her hand extended, and it's almost like, come on. It's because she's welcoming new opportunities. She's welcoming people who are coming to her tribe, who can match her energy, who are genuinely looking to learn from her or give something in return so we can grow together. So this is what you're bringing to the table going forward. And Spirit is offering you in this next card the 3 of Shields or 3 of Pentacles. The Three of Shields is talking about creativity. It says that there is going to be a bit of a creative spark for you this month, and it may even come from somewhere in left field. It may already be creeping up on you because where you see problems, Virgo, you're always looking for solutions and you are not adverse to putting creative energy into them. You have a way of solving problems in a way that would baffle the average person. So, Spirit is offering you that creative boost, and it is going to come to the things you are creating for yourself at this time, Virgo. So, I love that that card showed up for you. Next, you have the Page of Pentacles in Hopes and Fears. The Page of Pentacles is a studious individual. She is very much looking to see what she can create, which was what we just went over, what she can create out of everything that she has put in. Pentacles, again, point to your finances. So you may be looking for new ways of making money, putting into side hustles, hobbies, or ventures. Or you may be changing the way you do things in your financial world so that you have a little bit more, because it's really easy to let things just kind of slip by. We give, we give, we give, we pay, we pay, we pay, we take care of what we need to take care of for security and whatever. And now you're kind of looking to, okay, what can I get back? If not on a material level, although that is where this focus is, as this card indicates, maybe on a way that helps you create that material level, if that makes sense. The overall outcome of this reading, you have the Two of Shields or Two of Pentacles. A lot of pentacles popping up here toward the tail end. This tells me that you are going to be moving towards something that is prosperous. Closer to the end of the month, you're going to start seeing the rewards, seeing the tangible evidence of all the things you've put in and all the energy you've thrown at this. This could be, again, in a financial, in a very material way, or just seeing results from all the effort you've put in, okay? The Two of Pentacles card itself, there's the Raido rune, and the Raido rune is actually talking about the wheel of forward movement. Two of Pentacles indicates that it is about striking a balance. So again, like I said, putting effort into things to get returns on those, renegotiating your finances and how you address them so you have a little bit more for yourself. This is the outcome of this reading, and I absolutely love this because it tells me you're very on top of things. We did talk about the Fool being the beginning of the tarot journey, but I just want to point something out to you right here. I like to throw a little bit of numerology into my cards as well, and this is just in the main spread. You have 1, 2, and 3 popping up. There's another 3 here. 33 is a number of creativity. Didn't know if you know that. Just going to throw that at you. He is the creative master. He, she, non-gender specific. And then 1, 2, and 3 indicates a beginning, a start of a journey. So it's almost like we started the year in January. I'm filming this now at the end of January. But the journey is really beginning for you this month, okay? January was kind of like okay, now where are we? Because the world stage has been totally crazy. You like to be on top of events. You like to juggle it all, but you're also trying to juggle you. So now you have a chance to put a little more focus on you, your journey, and how you want this year to progress. And that is fantastic, Virgo. I love that. So I'm going to put out a card of what you don't see coming. I want to do this a little bit differently than I did last month. You have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords in the card of what you don't see coming. It does have this bind rune back here known as the Web of Weird. The Web of Weird talks about the way all things are connected, right? Everything we do connects to everything else, and we are all connected to each other, okay? The grand scope of things. It isn't part of regular numerology, or excuse me, regular runology and how this works in the Norse tradition. It is fairly new, but I still like the idea that you're very self-aware of how you're connected to other people, and what you don't see coming is that a change in tactic may be needed at this time. You don't really see that you've already addressed you're going to take this problem in a lighthearted way with your playful spirit, and that's wonderful. But you may not see just how much change has to be made yet. You're aware of it. You're just not very sure exactly what that new approach needs to be, but you're putting your finger on it, okay? This is in what you don't see coming, because in the Seven of Swords, this individual has taken away 2 swords from the army behind him, but they do still have swords of their own in the back. Excuse me, they do still have 5 of their own. So the tides of battle can change, and you're aware of that. So you're just trying to make the best outcome here in February. How you go ahead and change your tactics and switch things up is entirely up to you, Virgo. That is totally up to you. Next, I want to put energy of blessings for my Virgo. What blessings can Virgo have in February? And you have the Five of Swords. Okay, the Five of Swords is a an energy that's very combative in nature. Okay, but it's also about how do I want to put this? It's also about getting your head together. Okay, even though it feels conflicting and it feels like a bit of a beatdown, you are looking to go ahead and use this to your advantage, okay? If you notice, he's got everything burning in the background, okay? Poof, it's gone. And he's looking over his shoulder as he passes away. So the person in this card is taking the battle tactic of what he's been through, and he's moving forward. He's looking to let go of what doesn't serve him at this time, and you're going to be very able to, like we said, cut through the energy with this Queen of Swords down here. This is the energy you're in. You're going to be able to approach this in whatever way you want and make sure nothing is defeating you. You do need to be wary that nothing is blocking your path. If these flames in the back are blocking you from moving forward, my beautiful Virgo, be sure you're moving away from them, because 5 is actually on the way to the 7. So the Five of Swords says that you may be aware that something's blocking you at this time and you have to choose a different path, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. For this being in your blessing energy, this tells me that you're going to be very discerning at this time. And if you feel a mental tug, if you feel something is blocking you, just know that sometimes you're being directed toward a better path, okay? Don't ever feel like because a path is blocked, there's no way forward at all. You're just going to find a different way. That's all. So final message for my Virgo. What do I have for final message for this reading before we close out? The King of Wands. King of Wands is a very fiery king, a very passionate king, and there's that web of weird again. This is actually indicating that you're going to go forward with passion at this time. You're advised to do so, and while you are connected to everything else, just know that everything else is still connected to you. While you're pursuing your passion, you're very much the servant and the caretaker of the community. Virgo is very grounded energy, and we're very aware of how connected we are to everybody else. Know that the things you create are going to help people in the end. I don't know where that's coming from, okay? But if you're creating something that means a lot to you, chances are it already helps somebody else, and if you build it, they will come, right? If you work on whatever it is that's striking a chord with you in your creative endeavors, it is going to be something that helps the world around you, because that's just the nature of how we roll, Virgo. And even if that isn't your intention and your whole reason for doing so, just know that you're putting beautiful things out there at this time, and universe sees it. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading, Virgo. I hope you have a wonderful February. Just hang on till that Mars retrograde ends on the 23rd. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Echo. I'll see you soon.